Hi and hello and welcome to another episode of the Game of Two Halves. Hey
Hey,
Vijay,
Valley. Hey, how's it
how are you,
going?
man?
Good, man.
Good, good, man.
Not been a very good week for Chelsea, but I know you're super happy, and I messed up my prediction last week. But yeah, it's been a
Man,
crazy.
if people have watched the last episode, one person got it spot on. Hasten, good job, 3-1. Amazing, man.
Yeah,
Good
he
belief.
he he messaged me. He's like, dude, when are you releasing the episode? I want to show my predictions. I'm like, yeah, it'll be out anytime. But yeah, he got it,
Yeah.
spot on, man. And I got it. I actually got it correct, but the other way. Yeah, I don't
So
Spurs. Yeah.
let's get into the games quickly, man. On that note, Arsenal winning the North London derby. London is red as always, has been red.
North London, hello.
What
Yeah,
happened to you guys, man?
what happened? We lost. Yeah, got it.
Obviously, that's why London is red,
No,
man.
come on, man. Ali. Let's not get into that argument now.
Look,
We'll have a
one of
special episode only for that.
the most successful club in London, Arsenal.
Sure, very
Yeah,
successful. Yeah, but
man. Look at the value of your team, and still you'll go and lose. No striker at Man City and all of these things. But
good.
obviously, man,
You
Jesus
beat
made a
Tottenham.
miracle.
You beat Tottenham at home 3-1. We beat them at their home 3-0. What is the comparison? Yeah. You lost to Man City 5-0. What do you have
Hey,
to say about that?
we had half of our team not playing.
Oh, that is your excuse.
It's not an excuse, dude. We
Uh,
didn't have Gabriel for that match. We didn't have. I don't know. Half the players were sick, ill. Partey was not there.
but you are the best club in London, right? You go to
Yeah,
your
man.
like
And we
Manchester and
proved it
lose
also.
5-0.
So what happened in the Champions League?
The Champions League, Messi scored his first goal for PSG. And they beat Manchester
Yeah.
City, man. Yeah, that was a good
Oh
game.
my God! But let's quickly go through the
Yeah.
Premier League games. As you know, by my reaction, a big win for Arsenal, 3-1 at Tottenham. I think it's not just the win. I think somewhere there was a belief that Arsenal would win because, as we discussed last week, they won all their home matches versus Tottenham. I think besides one, so there was no surprise that they would win. But the way they won was amazing, and I think all Arsenal fans are still buzzing from that last victory. Three goals: Aubameyang scoring, Emil Smith-Rowe scoring, and
Saka.
Starboy Saka scoring. So big game. Unfortunately, we conceded one, but what a game, man! If you see, did you watch the game?
Yeah, of course, man. It was a Sunday night game, and I was watching the whole game. And Tottenham were abysmal, man. I mean, I don't know. It was
Yeah,
horrible game by them.
yeah.
By their, I mean, not that.
I think that's no, sorry to cut you off, but I think as much as being an Arsenal fan, and I'm excited the way Arsenal played, but Tottenham didn't show up to the game at all, which made it more easy, like you said, for
Yeah,
Arsenal to win. But again, like our podcast, Game of Two Halves, the game was also a bit of two halves. The first half dominated by Arsenal. Second half was a little bit mellow, I feel. Arsenal were trying to manage the game and see it out, and then Tottenham sneaked one in. And that save from Ramsdale, I don't know if you guys have
yeah.
watched it.
I watched it. I
I
watched
think that's
the
what kept Arsenal into the
fingertips
game.
game. Yeah. Probably that was. I think
Crazy.
Luka Moura had shot it. Yeah.
Big win. On the other end, you guys had a tough game, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in hindsight, it looked like Tuchel didn't set up the team right, but then I would just think of it as a one bad day at work kind of a thing. I wouldn't really be too concerned about it. And then Kante tested positive for our game against Juventus. We'll come to Champions League later, but yeah, I
Yeah.
felt in that game, I don't know, it was an early kickoff, and it really didn't look like anything was happening. The kind of personnel we have, Lukaku and your Kante and Alonso and all these guys. It never looked like we're going to score, So it was really disappointing to see us play that way. It felt like we were more worried about Manchester City scoring than we trying to score and win the game, and that is what really pissed me off. But then again, it's I think just another bad day at work, and we'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think this is something that I said in the last episode on. So I felt it's going to be a battle of tactics, and I feel Pep kind of played to Man City's strengths, but also exploited Chelsea's weakness at times, and that's what he kind of crowded the midfield, suffocated any of the Chelsea attacks that come through the channels and all. And obviously, it wasn't a big win, but in Premier League, it's by fine margins, yeah, because the
Yeah.
top four is such a tough competition this year, and with the fringe teams like Aston Villa, Brighton, all around that top four
West
position.
Ham, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, West Ham. So it's really getting hot, and unfortunately, there's no time for any team to really slip up, even from this early in the season.
Yeah, but then again, it's still very early days, and we lost to Man City. So, I
Yeah,
mean, no shame in losing to the defending champions. But then
no, true.
the disappointment is that we should have done better because we have a better
Yeah,
team. But
correct.
I wouldn't really look too much into it, and
But
hopefully
it
we
it
can.
just goes to prove, right? In this Premier League, you cannot take anything for granted. Like at the
Oh,
start of the Premier League, people were saying, Chelsea, it's all for Chelsea to win this Premier League this season. But then the
but that
way,
doesn't mean we'll not lose matches, man. I mean, obviously
exactly,
we are very strong, but that doesn't mean that we won't lose matches or we won't have those off days, that'll always be there. It's a
exactly,
very long season, like 50, 60
yeah,
games playing in four
yeah,
competitions. So you're bound to, kind of get fatigued and, feel like, that intensity is not there. But then
yeah,
again, I wouldn't change anything about the fact that Chelsea are still contenders for the
yeah.
title.
I think Chelsea are still favorites, but looking at Liverpool's game on, so just to quickly touch upon it, they still continue to surprise. Like I've said in episode 1, 2 as well, that Liverpool are not so easily to write off. I think they're the only team who hasn't lost this season so far.
Yeah, they are the only ones who haven't lost, but
Yeah,
they haven't. Okay, they've played Chelsea. I mean, at home, which they should have won, but they didn't. But
yeah,
now is the big test, which we'll talk about in the
yeah,
later section.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the next match coming up. And I think it's a big test for both the teams playing in that, Liverpool
But
and Man City.
when was the Brentford game? Was it last weekend? It was 3-3.
Yeah, yeah, 3-3 last weekend.
Yeah, I mean that game was, again, you're talking about Liverpool being contenders. I know that no one is giving them the kind of respect or recognition or they deserve this
Yeah,
season to be contenders. But then
correct.
Brentford, man, I mean, again, they should have won. Liverpool should have won that game easily, but Brentford, brilliant, brilliant! What a game, man. Amazing.
That's what I think we've discussed in our one of our groups as well, and we were talking with Jack and you, and the way Brentford are playing is reminiscent to what Leeds did in
The
their first
last season,
season.
yeah.
This is I think when Jack Ashley, who has been on our podcast before, has said this, and it's good to see Brentford really giving a fight to all of the teams at the top. But I think it was a sweet week for Arsenal, because Brentford drew, Liverpool, Chelsea lost, Man City won by just a goal, and then I don't know. I don't know if it's a big shocker, but Manchester United, man, to Aston Villa.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch that game obviously because Chelsea's game was going on at the same time, but I was kind of
Yeah,
sleeping, and I saw the highlights, man. I mean, I think Manchester United had their chances and they didn't take them, especially Greenwood. I think he was pretty greedy that day, and he could have easily
yeah,
passed the ball to Ronaldo or Bruno, and they could have got a few goals there, but Aston Villa, like we discussed, Aston Villa also, they're a very good defensive team.
true.
They pushed Chelsea to the penalties the previous week, and they beat United at home. Man, I mean, what a week
Yeah.
they've had.
And then Fernandes,
Oh yeah,
Bruno
why we not talking
Fernandes.
about that? Yeah.
What
Oh,
did you
man.
make of that incident, man? Where this
Martinez.
Martinez calling out Ronaldo, "Come on, you take it, you take it." Do you
I
think
don't
it
know.
was a psychological game that really affected him in that moment?
Probably, man. Probably. At the end of the day, they're humans, man. Someone's
Yeah.
instigating you and challenging you and telling you like hey, let him take, and I don't know. It might have played on his mind, but that was the best thing I saw the whole weekend, man.
Yeah, man. Because I'm just looking at the mind games because Ronaldo considered best in the world. Also, Bruno Fernandes is captain in Portugal. Bruno Fernandes, star of Manchester United till Ronaldo arrived. Taking all the penalties.
Penalties,
So
yeah.
Ronaldo versus Fernandes, and then so I think
Oh, man.
it's going to play on these players. How do you gel? How do you mix? Because they've got quite a lot of egos on the field, man. They've got Pogba, big ego, Ronaldo. They've got now Bruno Fernandes. They've got Lingard, who hasn't really proved himself, but still has the ego of a star player.
No, he's been
So
very influential, but yeah.
yeah. He did well, and I think even in the Champions League game, he was quite influential, man.
Yeah, but yeah, coming back to your point, the thing is, again, those last 5-10 minutes I didn't watch. I was going to play football. So, but later I got
Yeah,
to know that Bruno missed a penalty, and that was in the 90 last shot of the game. And I was like, why
yeah,
the hell did Bruno take the penalty in the first place? Okay, you might have a good record, but you have Ronaldo, man. I mean, okay,
yeah.
again, like you said, I don't know what the relationship there is and how they are gelling, but I felt that Ronaldo should have taken it. Even in terms of FPL, it would have been beneficial for me.
Always thinking about the FPL.
But yeah, no, it was a good sight to see, man. Him just
Yeah.
shooting it into the sky, amazing. Bruno missing a penalty always makes me happy.
True, man. True. And then moving on into the coming up week, I think a lot of mixed games, but I think the big highlight will be Manchester City taking on Liverpool, and depending, I think, on who wins that game, because Brighton didn't win theirs and they play Arsenal. So Liverpool or Man City both have a chance to go top of the league, I think, before the international break. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. It's gonna be a very close game. I think last year, if I remember correctly, City trashed them 4-0 at home. I think Foden scored a hat trick or he scored two goals. I don't remember. But then again, they didn't have EVD and all that. But yeah, now they don't have Alexander Arnold, but they have Firmino back. And City, man. I mean, you don't know what to expect from them. Though they lost to PSG midweek, but I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Predictions. I hope it's a draw, and so if we win, then we can go on top. But yeah, it's gonna be. I hope it's a better watch than Chelsea versus City, man. That was a boring game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting game because both have a quite high intensity in the way they play. But I feel again it's going to be quite a bit of a midfield battle again between the two teams. But I feel in that game, if Jota's playing, he's someone to watch out for, and I think I have a sneaky feeling he will win it for Liverpool. So I'm going with a 2-1 win for Liverpool, man.
Yeah, I would also like to think that Liverpool might win it,
Yeah.
but I think it'll be very close. Yeah, I think I'll also go for
What's your
2-1.
prediction, man? Come
2-1.
on, put your neck on the line.
I'll also go for 2-1.
2-1 to Liverpool.
Jota and Salah score the goal. Yay! I'll be happy.
My friend Alistair here in Kuwait, he's a big Liverpool supporter. Also, Brendan, they both they love Liverpool, so I hope they'll be happy, man. And it's his birthday on the 2nd, so
Nice.
maybe Liverpool winning would give him a good birthday. But moving into the Champions League, man, obviously, as everyone knows by now, Arsenal are not playing in Europe, so so I have to preview
This
other
segment will
games.
be much shorter than league segment. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I'll just go through some of the big games that were the PSG versus Man City, and again Messi scoring his first goal in the Champions League. Awesome start to his goal scoring career with PSG, 2-0 over Man City.
Yeah.
What do you think of the game?
Brilliant, man. Brilliant. I think PSG were really good, and they kind of opened up Manchester City. They were playing on the counter,
Yeah,
and that goal that Messi scored, typical Messi goal.
yeah,
I think they deserved it. They deserved to win that game, and they called it the most expensive game in football. Was it? Yeah,
yeah.
I was like because both the teams were like super expensive.
Really. And
So
I think they had too many stars on that one pitch, man. Almost
exactly,
every player is a superstar on the field.
yeah,
So great game
good
to
game.
watch. And then Liverpool, man, really trashing Porto home, 1-5, Porto 1, Liverpool 5.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch that game. I didn't even watch the Chelsea game actually. I was tired that day, so I watched the first half, but it was 0-0 in the first half, and we had.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm talking about the Chelsea game. I didn't watch the Liverpool game, but good result for Liverpool.
Yeah,
And yeah, the Chelsea game. I don't know. Again, first half we had quite a few chances. Lukaku, I think, had a couple of good chances to score, but we couldn't capitalize. And then I slept at halftime and I woke up in the morning to
yeah.
the news that we lost 1-0. So, like I said, again, we didn't have Kante. He tested positive, but then that's no excuse for losing that game.
Yeah, I think with the bench strength that Chelsea has, I understand Kante is big, and he's been big, whichever team he's played for. Losing him cannot be easy because it changes your game plan at the last minute. Because you don't just walk into a football field without a plan. But I think given the strength of the Chelsea squad, I was expecting a little bit more. Given that Juventus themselves have not been really doing well this season so
Yeah,
far. And it was evident actually in the game 1-0 win, very narrow margins, but it's still early stages in the Champions League, so I'm not too worried about it. But Real Madrid, man, Barca, Real Madrid still continue to struggle.
Barcelona, man, I don't know what to say. Like, I really feel bad for the club. Like, I mean, I've told this to you before also. I am not a big
Yeah,
Barcelona supporter. I'm more a Messi supporter. Like how
yeah,
millions of people outside support Ronaldo. And that's why they were
true,
following
true.
Real Madrid probably. So I don't know. I really feel bad for that club. Hopefully, they can fix their issues soon.
Yeah, man.
And
They
Real
they, lo-
Madrid.
they lost to Sheriff. What
So
club is
yeah,
that?
no, Barcelona lost to Benfica 3-0.
Yeah,
Their
correct.
ex-manager, yeah, and Real Madrid. I never even heard of that team, yeah.
I
Sheriff.
never heard of this team, dude. I mean,
Oh,
I,
man.
I understand Benfica because Benfica is a passionate team. I mean, you can expect something out of them, but still 3-0 for a club like Barcelona, they are not the same anymore that they were the last two seasons. And I think it's just evident both Madrid and Barcelona are struggling with all their stars just wiped out of their roster.
Yeah,
But tough game. Bayern Munich continuing to dominate 5-0 victory at home. I think they're always a threat in this competition. And to wrap it up, Manchester United, Ronaldo getting the win over Villarreal in the 95th minute. But I don't think so. Even that was the highlight. I think the highlight was his celebration and people
yeah.
counting the number of muscles in his body.
Yeah, that guy is crazy, man. He's next level
Yeah,
in terms
man.
of physique. I mean, he's just so good. But yeah, he scored that last minute winner, and it would have been again a good week for us seeing them draw at least in the Champions League. But
Yeah.
they ended up winning that game. So yeah, good for them, and yeah, yeah. Let's see
So,
how
I
that
mean,
group
just coming
progresses.
kind of coming back to our clubs, Chelsea and Arsenal. Chelsea, two back-to-back defeats, in the Champions League, 1-0, again in the Premier League, 1-0. What do Chelsea need to do to turn this around in the coming week?
Nothing. I just feel Tuchel just needs to play the way he plays. I just feel that he needs to stop trying to mess around with the formation and stuff. Just play the way we've been playing, and just be attacking. That was one thing that like I told you, I was sad about that. We didn't see that attack in the Manchester City game. So just
Yeah,
play with that attacking mentality. We have the players, to play that kind of football, and we also have players to defend. We've seen that against
yeah,
Liverpool. So
true.
just start with an attacking mentality and then look to score goals. So I don't think it's so much of a concern. We should be back on
Yeah.
track with our game against Southampton. Yeah.
And you're playing Southampton this weekend. What's your predictions on that?
Uh, I think it should be 3-0. 3-0 should be comfortable.
All right, all right.
And
Us-
you're going to Brighton, yeah?
yeah, man. I was
Ben
just gonna
White's
bring that up.
Ben White's ex-club.
Yeah, Ben White's ex-club. I think Basuma, who Arsenal were quite interested in, is there. I'm not sure. Is Welbeck playing for Brighton as well? I
Yeah, yeah,
think.
of course. He scored also
Yeah,
this season. Yeah.
yeah. So it's going to be familiar. Mope is there, who Arsenal fans have a very, very strong relationship with.
He loves
Uh,
scoring against you all, yeah.
yeah, that cheat, as some people say. But I think it's going to be I think a lot of Arsenal fans are saying it's going to be an even more important match than the Spurs match, because
They're playing
Spurs
well,
who.
Brighton. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and Brighton, if they had if they had won their last game, they would have been top of the league. So it would have been. It's not someone you can take lightly. Plus, it's away from home. So I'm really looking forward to see, can Arsenal really do what they did with Spurs, because for me Spurs is a one-off, like we discussed in the last episode. It's something that it's different, the energy, the
Yeah.
enthusiasm and all.
Yeah.
Now, can they do the same thing this week? I'm not fully convinced yet, because I'm just going off the games with Norwich, how they played, and Burnley, how they played, and then I want to see if they can kind of continue in that rhythm, because if they do, that would be, I think, 5 wins in a row in all competitions, and that's a good way to kind of go into the international break.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Arsenal with Brighton?
Yeah, there's no clear. I mean, you can't say for sure that Arsenal is going to win that game because Brighton are very good defensively, and especially at
Yeah,
home, they play really well. Plus, Sanchez, their goalkeeper, has been in excellent form, so it's going to
yeah,
be a little tough. They are nothing like Spurs. Spurs are totally chaotic at the in their defense, and we saw that against Chelsea and against Arsenal. So
yeah,
I think it'll be a close game, but maybe Arsenal might just edge it. You never know. Maybe a 1-2
yeah.
for 2-1 for Arsenal.
I feel it's going to be a close game. I'm actually going for Brighton nil, Arsenal 1. I'm not too sure if there are going to be too many goals in that game, because it's going to be very cagey. But I'm hoping for the best. But I still have faith that Arsenal can pull off a win at Brighton. I think they're riding high in terms of Aubameyang, kind of finding his form, Saka finding his form, Smith Rowe and Odegaard already proving well. The defensive, is really doing well. Ramsdale is doing well. It's only going to be interesting who is there in the middle, along with Partey, because Shaka's injured. So I
He's
think that will
injured.
be an interesting
Yeah.
position, which makes all the difference, because we don't have a lot of creative people. So whoever's there in that defensive midfield is really crucial to what happens in the game in terms of controlling Brighton's attack. So yeah, that's my prediction for the game. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be an exciting weekend, the last weekend of the Premier League before the international break, man.
Yeah. 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 I mean, as always, looking forward to the weekend, and international break is really annoying. But then, thank God there's IPL, so there's some time pass.
So I hear that you're going to be playing football this evening.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going in half an hour.
Okay, what are your predictions for that game, man?
I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't even know the some of the guys whom I'm playing with. I just know a few of them. They make teams, and
Okay.
and we play. I just hope to win. That's it.
Okay. Where do you play, Vijay?
I played Nagato.
Yeah, and like on the field, or are you a striker,
Yeah,
defense, mid?
I play as a striker. I play in front. I mean, I
Okay,
can't
all
do
right.
anything else, so I play in front. I run and try to score.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone who is in Nagwa, make sure that you go and check out the game. And if you like to heckle people, a familiar face who to heckle.
Yeah, don't
But
come, man. You'll be disappointed seeing me play. You might as well watch this video. This is the thing, Watch
yeah.
this podcast.
Guys,
Everything.
we are nearing, I think, 60 subs at the moment. We need to take it to 100. We want you to
Yeah,
support us so we can grow this channel. And we're looking forward to covering some more football matches. Maybe if you like us to cover something in Goa, we'll do it. Let
yeah,
us
for
know in the
sure.
comments. And as always, a great pleasure to host this show for you guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Ask your friends to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Apparently, you get notified when we put a video. So do that.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Any last thoughts, Vijay, before we wind up today's episode?
No, nothing. Just hope we can get back on track and hope to see some good games, man. Like last week. That's it.
Yeah,
Enjoy some good football and yeah, that's it.
true. And thanks to all the supporters. We I think our the episode 5 where we announced the contest, we got quite a lot of views. I think over 100 views. I know it's not big channel views, but it means a lot to us, all the people who watch and
It
support and
does. Yeah.
comment. So thank you very much. And until next week, this is Vijay and me saying bye.
Bye.
What? 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 What?